Today we are going to take a look at the Chubby Butterflies junk journaling kit, which I just released in my shop. I thought it would be really fun if we went through it together and made a sample spread and used some photos. And I thought it would just be really fun to go through it together. So here we go. This is one of the sticker sheets you can print out. I printed this on some sticker paper that's friendly for printers. And here's another sticker sheet that features just butterflies. And here's a sheet of sayings. And this sheet printed out a little funky just because my printer is a little funky. It's picked up two sheets instead of one, as you can see, and it cut off one of the images, and I'm too cheap to reprint it, basically. I'm like, it's fine. I can work with that. So that's that. And here are some of the other pages that are in the kit. The kit actually has over 20 pages. So some of it is pattern paper like this. I printed these in a couple different patterns and colorways just to keep it interesting and give you something fun to play with. Here are some art prints. These are scaled in A5 and A6 sizes, so whatever size journal you're working with, I've got you covered. And there's 4 different prints there. And then I made these frames, so you could like put a photo in there, you could do some journaling, like written journaling in there, or you could put stickers or just whatever your heart desires. I thought it would be fun to make a few of these. So, to make this junk journal, I just put on a piece of scrapbook paper and some stickers and a decorative band of colorful packing tape on the side. It's sprinkles. And let's see, let's get opened up here to where we need to be. I'm getting to the end of this junk journal, which is very exciting. Maybe we'll do a flip through later. But in the meantime, I have a cautionary tale for you. I printed this sticker sheet out on my printer's regular printing settings, so like just for plain paper, and it turned out kind of terrible. You can really see it when I compare it to the one that printed out properly. Here, let me hold them up. Yeah, you can see it's like much lighter and kind of like grainier, and it's just terrible, basically. So the one that printed out properly is printed, the setting was photo paper, printing on matte photo paper. And here is this is a piece of presentation paper that I printed on, but you can see when I did the plain paper setting, it turned out really crummy. So again, I printed it out on my printer's photo paper, matte photo paper setting, and it turned out way better. So if your prints are not turning out super great, take a look at your printer's color settings, or print settings rather, and that will probably solve your problems. So if it could happen to me, it could happen to you. It could happen to anybody. Anyway, enough rambling. So we have got our papers to go through. I think I like this one, but I don't know. Maybe we're going to go with this one. Yes, we are going with this one. I'm going to cut out the A5 size. On this paper, I have formatted it to be A5 and A6 size. My journal, of course, is not either one of those sizes, but we're going to make it work anyway. Yeah, just going to cut that out there. And in case you couldn't already tell, I am voiceovering this after the fact. It was really noisy the day I filmed this, and it was just not a good time to do a voiceover. So I'm doing that now, and hopefully it will be quiet enough and this will turn out okay. The only thing is, sometimes what I'm saying is not going to be perfectly synced up to what I'm doing, and we're going to say that's okay because that is what we're working with here today. So, anyway, we've got that all cut out, and next, okay, so let's get this out of the way. And the next thing we're going to do is scooch this around on the page and kind of figure out where we want it to go. I'm going to stick it down with a couple pieces of this tape runner tape. This is just a cheapy one I got off Amazon. It's really not even worth putting the link in the bio because it's that cheap. It's not great tape, but it works. It gets the job done, I guess. We'll see if it lives the test of longevity, but anyway, and here I'm just demonstrating you could write in there if you felt like it. It's a perfect place for your writings to go, but that's not what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna put in, I think, some photos of my dogs because I really like putting photos in junk journals. I just think it makes it so personal and it brings a memory keeping element into it. So here we are auditioning where those could go. Do I want to have three here? I don't know. Um, so my dogs are named Estella. The black pug is Estella, and the fawn pug is named Frida. And I mean, of course, I have pugs because it's the Pug Art Journaling Club after all. So we're going to cut out another page from the printables. This one, I'm going to go with the A6 size just to make it look a little bit different. So, yeah, hold on. Okay, just going to speed that up here because watching somebody cut out stuff is not really the most riveting content. Okay, that is done. So we're gonna put that up here in this corner, I think. And then we need something. We've got this empty space. What can we do with that? I'm liking these ephemera pieces. Well, let's see what we can do. I think we'll go for some pattern paper now. I like this light purple gingham. I think that'll look really nice behind this little memo sheet. I don't know what to call these little frames, memo sheets, whatever you want to call them. We're going to put some gingham behind it and make it cute. We could also do this floral, this purple floral, but then that's floral on floral, and I don't know if I like that. It might be too much floral even for me. Yeah, okay. That's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna cut out the gingham with my scallop scissors because I think that would just be really, really cute. And yes, hold on one moment. I'm gonna get those scallop scissors. I will be right back. Okay, scallop scissors in hand. These are just cheapola Fiskars scallop scissors. I don't know where they came from. Probably thrifted them. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyway, we're gonna stick this guy down with some of that glue tape runner. Just like to get that nice and secure. And whoop. Here we go. Line that up. Having the lines in the pattern makes it so much easier. Yeah, again, I'm like, this tape runner, not so hot. But it works. It works. So before we cut, I'm gonna just do a little sample cut, make sure I've got it going the right way. I am notorious for cutting these things going the wrong way, like upside down. But this time I did it right, which is a small miracle. We're gonna just leave it at that. And here we are. I'm going to speed this up again so you don't have to sit through the whole thing. Okay, now that that's done, we are going to stick it in place again using this sort of subpar glue runner, tape runner, sorry. Okay, so we're going to get this guy stuck right in its place, smooth it down, and that's going to work out pretty good there. Now I'm going to re-examine the photo placement. I definitely want photos here. I think like this is going to work out. 2, I believe, will look better than 3 in this case. Less is more. Just kidding. Less is never more. Unless it's like disease or something, then less would be better. But for junk journaling, I am a firm believer that more is more. So we're going to use our subpar tape runner again. We're going to stick these babies down. These are just little Instax prints. I have one of the printers where you can select a picture from your phone and it prints it out for you. And I can't think of what the model name is, but it's really nice and I like having it. It's fun to have these little Instax prints, but they are a bit thicker than most other baby photo printers put out, but they're really cool, so whatever. Okay, now I'm going to cut out this ephemera piece. It has a scalloped edge, which you can kind of see. It's a very dainty scalloped edge. You could cut around it if you were so inclined and had the time and the skill. I do not, however, so I'm just going to cut it in a straight line and call it good. You can kind of tell it has faint lines on the inside of it, so with the right pen, it would be perfect, a perfect little space for writing out some journaling entries. It's just a perfect little size for that. I don't think I will go for that in this particular layout because I didn't want to put a whole lot of words on and do actual written journaling because honestly, that's not really my style for junk journaling or scrapbooking or whatever you want to call it. I like to keep the written part pretty minimal, and any words that I have, I like to put down with sticker letters. But that's just me. You can do whatever your heart desires. Right, okay, so for our next step, we are going to take a look at these sheets of stickers that I printed out, and I'm thinking about these washi-esque strips that have been printed to match the patterns. Or maybe we could put this guy here. Again, it has the lines in the middle, so it would be perfect for journaling on. But no, we're not going that direction. Maybe. Hold on, hold on. Okay, so we have this blue gingham, which is pretty darn cute. What could we do with this? Still thinking. All of this is happening in real time, by the way. I'm just creating this page off the top of my head and with what's in front of me. Um, I didn't think this out beforehand very much. So there's a lot of indecision and trying things out and pausing, and I'm trying to edit that out for you so you don't have to sit through it and it flows more smoothly. But this is my first junk journal printable, and it's my first junk journal printable video, so I do hope you'll bear with me. And If honestly, if you made it this far into the video, I am shocked. Shocked. I feel like I can say whatever I want now because, like, if you're here, you're like really into it probably. So I can just be myself at this point. Yay! Not that I wasn't being myself before, but now I can really let it rip. Okay, so this very big pattern piece, which is kind of like a giant washi strip. We're going to stick it down on the corner here and just tuck it into the seam. And that looks pretty darn cute. I love the greens and purples together. That makes me really happy. And I think we need more photos. So we're gonna audition the placement of these guys. Here's a picture of my Frida with washi tapes on her head. She can balance them. She's very, very talented. Maybe we will put her here with a couple of guys there. We'll see. Of course, it would be perfect to put a photo inside this frame as well. And no, I'm liking this layout where there's a gap in the middle. That's the perfect place to put like a big old sticker or something. And we do have some big old stickers to choose from. So, okay, here I am frozen thinking, and nope, we're committing to it. We're gonna, oh my gosh, we're gonna stick this down up in the corner. That's gonna be great. Yes. Okay, now that's in place. So we're gonna stick down our other photo. I love this photo of her with the washi tapes on her head. She doesn't look the most thrilled about it, but I sure was. We'll put it right there. Tuck it right into the corner. Okay, make sure that's sticking down. My journal is getting really chunky and it wants to, sometimes the stuff in near the seam wants to pop off a little bit. So, oh well. We're doing our best. Okay, now we're gonna take a look at these word stickers, sayings stickers. I don't know what we're gonna call them, but in any case, it's a page full of sayings that go with the theme. So, for instance, real butterflies have curves. This is the Chubby Butterflies kit, which I am just now realizing I don't think I've actually told you the theme this whole time. Did I mention this is my first time doing a video like this? Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're gonna cut it out and make it cute. The theme, again, is Chubby Butterflies. So pugs that are butterflies, chubby butterflies. And my little saying here is real butterflies have curves, which I thought was just perfect going with the Chubby Butterflies theme. I am obsessed with these letter bead fonts. They look really, really realistic, and I love letter beads, like, the actual beads. I have been hoarding them for years. I collect them whenever I find a new pattern of or colorway of them. I love to collect them. I have boxes full of them. Like, it's kind of a problem. Anyway, so of course I have the font and I had to use it. So we are going to cut out this particular Chubby Butterfly. It's a nice big sticker, and I should also mention I am going to put a smaller version of all these stickers into the downloadable kit. So if ginormo stickers are not your style, or just a small one would work better with your layout, you will have that. So there will be a lot of stickers for you to choose from in this kit. Lots of different sizes. And we're we're going to just cut it out with a little white border because I think that looks nice. And there we go. Yeah, I think that I think that layout is going to work well. Right, okay, so we're gonna go ahead and peel these stickers and get them in place. This one I'm struggling a tiny bit to get started. You know how it is, sticker problems. But it wasn't too bad. Okay. Da, 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 da. Now we have that stuck down. And did I mention I really like this particular sticker paper that runs through the printer? It's really nice to work with. I'll put a link to it in the in the kit and on the post in the Patreon, and probably here too if I can remember. I will stick a link to it so you can pick some up for yourself. Right, now we're going to place this butterfly very carefully and stick her down. Yeah. All right, that's looking nice. And it's also going to help hold down that photo. So there we go. Now, for our next act of stickerage, I think we're going to put down one of these butterflies. Not a chubby butterfly per se. I guess they are kind of chubby, but just a regular non-pug butterfly. And there's a whole sheet of them, as you can see, in different sizes, in different colors as well. And let's just cut out this little cutie. And again, I'm just going to leave a tiny white border around the edge. You could, of course, cut in closer and fussier than I do, but this is what I have the patience for, and so that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to put that guy in this little corner. We still have a nice big open space here. We could put a photo down. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. This is a pretty photo heavy layout already, but this photo is very cute. Or we could write. We could write out something right there. It's a perfect spot to do a little journaling. Okay. Now we're going to cut out a butterfly sticker. Because when in doubt, add more stickers. Right. Okay, it could look really cute in there like this. So once again, we're going to do a little fussy cutting, getting that little white border around the butterfly. I really like these scissors. These are Tim Holtz scissors, and they're just kind of perfect for this sort of work. They're very sharp. They have very sharp points and nice sharp blades, and so far they have cut through everything I've thrown at them really beautifully, which I know is a good way to dull my scissors very quickly, but so far it's been working out pretty good. Okay, so we're thinking about where to place this. It would look like it's flying off the page if I point it that way, or it looks like it's flying into the page if I put it that way, or we could do that. I don't know. Like, have I mentioned this page is not at all planned and I'm just winging it? No pun intended. Okay, yeah, we could just leave it like that. I do love putting things at an angle, though. It just adds a dynamic energy to your page, and that would leave space for some traditional journaling as well. So, yeah. Okay, it's time to commit. I am peeling off the backs. We are going to stick these stickers down and it's going to be cute. So there's one. And now we'll stick down this guy. We're going to struggle just a little, not too bad. Okay. Committed. Yeah. All right. It looks like it's flying out of the spread, but that's okay. I don't mind that at all. So, yeah, okay. It's looking pretty darn cute, but I think there's more we can add. Like some writing here would be really good. Okay, so I have grabbed my date stamp. I don't use this all the time, but it can add a really cool touch to pages. I know some people just swear by these and put them in all their spreads, which is really cool. It's a neat way to mark the dates. But I honestly forget that I have it and I don't do it very much. So I'm gonna do a trial stamp here to make sure I got the date correct, and I did, which is not always the case, but I like to do that before committing to it on my actual spread. We could stamp up here. We could stamp down here. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna stamp right in the middle of that journaling spot. And I'm gonna write something now off the top of my head. It's not going to be profound. It's not going to be totally interesting, probably, but that's okay. That is real life. It's just a little thing that was on my mind, and yeah, just gonna write that out right now. Right, okay. So we've got our words. Oh, my photo is popping up a little bit, but it's mostly in place. We've got some collage elements down. And now we are going to add some more butterflies. Of course. With the theme Chubby Butterflies, you cannot possibly have too many butterflies on the page, correct? Correct. So let's go ahead and cut out this little cutie. And I think we're going to put her right here. Add a little bit of orange to this side of the page. And of course, we've got to have another butterfly. This one is going to be even smaller. Well, is it smaller? It's like the same size. But this one is pink and purple, and it'll go really neatly up at the top edge. Okay, next we are going to stare at this sayings sheet. Sayings sheet? I can't say that very easily. But we're going to cut out the word chubby butterflies. We're going to cut those out and stick them down. Okay, now we can audition where we want this to go. I'm going to give it a little trim. I think it'll look better if we break the words apart. Yes, that is what we want to do. Okay, I'm going to round the corners because I think it'll look a little nicer if I do that. I'm just going to round those corners on both words, and there we go. Yes, I think that is the placement. Yep, looking good. Okay. And one more butterfly. Where can we put this cutie? Right there, right in the other corner. I think that's going to work out really nicely. So again, we're cutting, we're leaving a little white border, and yeah. Right, let's go ahead and peel off the backings of all these stickers that we've cut out, and we'll struggle only a little bit. Only a little bit. Yes, here we go. Okay. There's one. And here comes the next one. This paper really is not that hard to peel, honestly. Like, as far as sticker papers go, I have experienced far, far worse. This stuff is pretty great. I don't know if you can hear that. I don't know if you can hear that, but the neighbors are zooming around on motorcycles outside the window, and it is loud, and I'm hoping you can't actually hear it because it's totally not the vibe we're going for here. This is calm journaling time, not loud motorcycles time. Okay, now we're going to come in, we're going to shake up this paint pen. This is just a generic paint pen I got off Amazon. It's that kind. I can try to link them in the description, but pretty much any paint pen will do. I really like these ones. These ones have been really good to me. They work beautifully, and the color range is very nice. And we're just going to go ahead and add some little swirlies, some little curlicues, just to give the page that much more decoration, because clearly we do not have enough going on. Clearly. Okay, we're going to add some little highlight lines, accent lines. I don't know what to call them. Little lines that are going to add just that little touch of something up there. And of course, let's put on some little hearts and more curlicues at the base. Do you have a favorite brand of paint marker? I really like Posca's, of course, but even these generic ones are totally fine. Like, I can't even think of the name of them, but they're kind of a knockoff of Karen markers, and they're great. I really like them. So we're gonna just add some little lines down the side. Leave no white space. Yeah. We can do a little more here. Okay, hold on. This is a perfect space to put in a heart. Okay, now the neighbor's dog is barking, and that is super. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now it is time, my favorite time. It's time to come in with the glitter glue. And I have this dimensional pearl stuff, which is a gorgeous pearlescent dimensional paint you can put on. It'll stick, it won't dry down. It dries just as it is when it comes out of the bottle, which is really fun. But we're going to put some of this glitter glue that does dry down. This is just cheapy glitter glue from Michael's. And we'll put a little outline around this butterfly. Man, I love glitter. I love sticking it into everything I do, pretty much. We'll do another outline of glitter down here. I really do not know what is going on outside with the motorcycles. Like, it is motorcycle 30 out there. I'm recording this at 2 in the afternoon, and I'm really curious what all the motorcycle noise is about. Again, hopefully you can't hear it, but I sure can. Anyway, back to glittering. Just gonna trace this guy with my glitter. And yeah, okay. Okay, so let's put the lid back on there. And next, we are going to come in with a green paint pen because we could use a little more green in places. And I'm going to decorate the bottoms of these photos because, hello, white space. We can't have that. Boring, boring white space. With this layout, I have just committed to no white space. Okay, now we're coming in with the dimensional pearls. And it's going to dry just like how you see it, so kind of puffy. It's like puff paint, basically. I don't remember where I bought it. I got it at some online retailer, and I just love this stuff. It's pretty similar to, what is it called? Stickles. I think it's made by the same people who make Stickles, which is like glitter glue, but more puff paint. It dries dimensional, like puffed up, which is fabulous. Okay, and we're going to add a little bit more up here. Put some little curly swirlies. And again at the top. That looks pretty cute. Okay. And I think we can put some more here. Yes, accent lines all over the place. Leave no white space. Let's make this as overwhelming as possible. Yeah, okay. Looking good. Well, no, we can do more. We can do more. Okay, here we go. Let's just pop a heart in there. Yeah, okay. There we go. Looking good. But we need more green glitter glue. Can't leave this space undecorated. That would just be silly. And oh, we're gonna mess it up a little bit, but that's okay. The beauty of a very busy page is if you mess it up a little bit, no one can tell or notice because there's so much going on. Like, how do you even pick that apart? You can't. It's strategy. We'll go ahead and add a little more glitter glue down here. This stuff is so fun to work with. Oh my gosh. A little bit more. Can't forget up here underneath Estella's photo. Yeah, okay. And let's get the edges. Boop. 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 Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. I think that's going to do it for the glitter glue. And no, wait. There is still more we can add with our dimensional pearls. Just go ahead and put some lines on either side of the photo. Yeah, so it'll coordinate with the other photos. There we go. Okay, looking cute. This page is pretty much done, I think. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of space left to add anything except more glitter. We can definitely add more glitter. There's always room for glitter. There we go. We'll just add a couple of dots. And a couple more dots on the wings. There we go. Yeah, Okay, that totally works. All right, now it's done. It's looking pretty cute. We have added glitter everywhere we possibly could. And yeah, that is gonna do it. Stay tuned for moody glamour shots, but that's it. Thank you so much for watching this. If you enjoyed this and somehow made it to the end of this video, you are an absolute champion. Comment champion in the comments because you have earned it. And once again, you can find this kit and many, many other fun pug art things at my shop, chickenpants.com. And I hope you enjoyed this little journal with me fun time that we had. Hopefully, I'll post some more soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.